everybody. My presentation today is on services to English language learners in our library. What is an English language learner? The short definition: any student in pre-K through 12 whose home language background is a language other than English and whose proficiency in speaking, reading, writing, or understanding English is not yet sufficient to provide the student with all necessary abilities to meet the state's achievement levels, to achieve in the classrooms, and to learn in instruction in an English language classroom. Services to English language learners in a K through 5 setting can include many things, but according to the state of Illinois, our English language learners here in this state make up 12.5% of the school's population. So as you can see, the ELL population is growing every year slowly, and the thing about it is that there are so many different people coming from so many different countries that we need to be aware of who we are serving, and so that's always a very important thing to do. Always try and do your research to see who it is that is coming into the school district and who you're serving. So if you have a high French speaking population or a high Spanish speaking population, make sure that you're aware and be prepared. 6 strategies to help English language learners: cultivate relationships, be culturally aware, teach language skills, emphasize productive language, speak slowly, differentiate multiple modalities. That's very important. Make sure that you have videos, that you have recordings, that you have instructions, all in the native language and in English if you can. And be sure to provide different books depending on the population you're serving. Our school libraries should be representative of who we're serving. Make sure that the ELL students follow along if they can, and if they need assistance, hopefully that the school can provide that. Provide books in all reading levels, give vocabulary words, make sure not to use slang, and try to schedule peer learning sessions after school, like book clubs or Lego clubs. Anytime when people or children can come together and just speak their native language, it's always a plus. And then incorporate English in there as well so that they can learn. You always want to check with the ELL teachers or the grade level teachers to make sure that your lessons coincide with what they are teaching. Always define your words and give them a vocabulary word page to take home. Use proper English, not slang. And be sure to celebrate all types of diversity. The most important thing that we can do as librarians is make sure that our students that are English language learners know that we appreciate them and their language and their culture. And so we want to celebrate different cultures and languages in the library. And we can do that by celebrating different cultural celebrations like Kwanzaa or International Women's Day or Bodhi Day or Hispanic Heritage Month or Native American Month, Ramadan, even the Chinese New Year. Make sure that we know who our populations are, what celebrations they have, and let's try and find books and literature and music that celebrates their language, and so that we can share it not only with our ELL students but all our students, because it's so important to make sure that all of our students are aware and culturally aware and can be diverse and can celebrate diverse cultures. Another important thing is to provide signage in various languages if you can. Again, do your research and make sure you know what population you have coming in and what languages are that are being used, and try to find signage in both of those languages. Things that you don't want to do is you don't want to speak too fast like I'm speaking now. Don't stand in front of the class and lecture. Remember that they need to see visual and non-visual things in writing. Make sure that you welcome everybody. As a librarian, we provide a safe learning environment, and it is our job to make sure that in the safe learning environment, the children can be celebrated. They can know that they are appreciated, that their culture is appreciated, and that you are doing your best to make them feel at home. As a librarian, we want to try and do the best we can. And so the first thing we can do is provide different books with different languages, but always remember it is so important to know who it is that you have coming into your school district, and that might change. Grants are a great way to get different books from different languages, so keep that in mind as well. Thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry this was so